title, you already know what this video is going to be about. Breastfeeding. No, I'm just playing. But no, this video is about breastfeeding, and I'm super excited that you guys are here so we can learn together, so we can talk together and talk about everything breastfeeding. I'm trying to put everything into this video. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a long video because I want to get as much information in here as possible, and I don't want to miss anything. I took notes and study so I can tell you guys everything that you need to know, so you won't be like, I don't know what that means, whatever. We're going to talk about it. We're going to figure it out together, and you're going to do great on your journey. So right now, let's get into it. Keep watching. Let's go. So before we can get to talking about breastfeeding, if you guys are not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And then when you guys like the video, it lets me know that you guys like this content, so I can make more content and let you guys know, and we can learn together. We can get this all together, so there's no questions out here. You ain't got to search for no other video. You can just come right here. We can talk about it. We can figure it out. We can breastfeed, and we can just, squirt milk everywhere, and then, whatever. So, okay. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm gonna let you guys know why did I start breastfeeding. Okay. First things first is the antibodies. So that gets passed from you to the baby. So that's super good for your baby to have antibodies because, when they come fresh out, they don't have any antibodies. So it's super good for them to have the antibodies. Second thing is the bonding. That bond that me and her have through breastfeeding, and me looking at her eyes, she looking at my eyes, unbeat, unmatchable, however you say it. It was freaking awesome. I enjoyed it. Another reason why I started breastfeeding is because of, let me look at my notes, because of the colostrum. And if you don't know what colostrum is, I will definitely put the definition so you know exactly what that is. But it's super important for your baby to get that. Even if you don't even start breastfeeding or you don't want to breastfeed, just let them latch on at the hospital. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, while you're there, just to get that, because that really helps with, like, brain development and all that good stuff. So just let them get that. Get that little good stuff, that little good stuff. Let them get that. And then it helps your uterus contract. I needed all of that. I need that all to, look at my shirt, looking crazy. Come on now, bro. But no, it makes your uterus contract. It's still doing that. Like, come on. Stop playing. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this shirt, but it makes your uterus contract, and I needed all of that. I needed it to come back, get back to where you need to be, and then it helps you burn calories. I needed all those calories to be burned. I needed my stomach back to where it needs to be. Like, you hear them saying that, like, oh yeah, breastfeeding, it helps with your stomach. It's gonna get you back to your original weight. No, first of all, not back down to my original weight. That didn't happen or whatever, bro. Like, I'm still battling this, bro. Like, I'm still battling this weight. But it definitely helps your stomach. My stomach, my stomach has flattened out a little bit and went down, so it does help with that, and it definitely does burn calories. So that's some of the reasons why I started. I'm not gonna give you this big, monstrous list about that, because I can go on and on and on why I started, but I felt that was the best thing that I wanted to do for my baby. And no shade to anybody that want to do formula or anything like that. You do what's best for your baby. As long as your baby's eating, shorty, you good. You're good. So let's move right along. Let's get right into my points of breastfeeding. Okay, so the first point is talking about breastfeeding is a proper latch. So that's one of the most important things, is to make sure that you have a proper latch. Because if you don't have a proper latch, that leads to other things. That leads to the baby not getting enough milk. That leads to your breast chafing, peeling, you know what I'm saying? All of that, it leads to all of that stuff that's just, you don't want to go down that road when it's an improper latch. So I would say, when you're in the hospital, make it a priority to tell them, you know what, I want to talk to my lactation consultant. I want her to come in the room. I made it a point. It was literally on my list. I said, I want lactation to come in like 10 to 20 minutes after I didn't gave birth. I need her to come in, because I need to make sure I'm doing this doing this correctly. Because when you have a poor latch, the baby's not able to get the milk in there, you know, and then that messes with your supply. You don't want nothing messing with your supply. So when they get a good latch, they're able to suck all the milk out, and then your body's able to be like, okay, you know, it's time, it's go time. So the proper latch is super, super important when you're breastfeeding. So the second thing I would say, looking at my notes, got you guys. The second thing I would say is pain. Yeah. Everybody made it seem like, okay, you know, oh my God, breastfeeding is just so beautiful. Oh my God, like, yeah, just do it, and this baby's just gonna get it, and you know, yada yada yada, or whatever. It's just peaches and cream. No, ma'am, not peaches and cream at all. Like, literally. So I would say you will need a good 2 weeks to get yourself and your baby acclimated to yourself, you getting acclimated to them, and just how, you know, how things is going to go down, like far as position and everything like that, because it's literally, it's not easy. And then when you first come out, some people come out like me, I came out, I was like super, when I left the hospital, like, I don't know, them boys just filled up like 2 freaking balloons. Like, they felt like some bricks. Like, it felt like a bunch of bricks was in my chest. Like, I was literally like this is how I was, like, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I need to get rid of this milk. I need to do something with this. Like, is this normal? Why are they so heavy? Like, they literally was so heavy and they hurt so freaking bad. So what you trying to tell me is them things, they feel like bricks, and then I'm supposed to put it in somebody's mouth? Like, come on now. And it's not supposed to hurt? Yeah. It's definitely going, it's not, and then it's not going to be comfortable, just because this is something new that you never experienced before. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's definitely going to be a little pain after that. And then another thing that I will say, if it's pain after those 2 weeks, it go on longer than that, then I would definitely go to lactation, because that might mean that you have a poor latch, because poor latch will definitely cause pain to you. So if you having pain after that or whatever, or something just doesn't feel right, or you don't feel like baby is, you know, on you properly or getting enough milk or whatever, go to lactation. Like, literally get on lactation nurse. Like, that's what they're here for you to go ask all your questions and get it all out. Just get it all out. Like, just think of stuff and just be like, okay, what about this? What about this? Just talk to them, because I'm telling you, when you go, you'll feel so much better when you go, because you're like, okay, I talked to somebody that really knows. So, okay, cool. And if they don't know what they're talking about, go to somebody else. Go to get another consultant and pick their brain. But it's important for you to ask questions, because that's the only way that you're going to know. All this stuff is really great, but I didn't know it was time consuming. It's literally time consuming. When the baby comes out, they literally eat 8 to 12 times within 24 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot, and it's super, super exhausting. Like, super exhausting. Like, first of all, 8 times. I don't even eat 8 times. I don't even know how many times I eat. But that's a lot. 8 to 12. Like, oh my God. Like, bro, doing a 12-hour shift? Come on, bro. Like, that's too much. But it's super exhausting. It's super exhausting because it's like, you know, this little person is on you eating, you know, taking all for what you got. And it's like, man, okay. So it's super exhausting. And another thing that makes it a little harder was challenging, and another reason why people quit is because of the cluster feeding. Man. Let me tell y'all about cluster feeding. Cluster feeding will take you out the game. Like, bro, you be, somebody, please, come. Please, let me just, here, come on, please get the baby. Like, come on. I just want a nap. That's how cluster feeding is. Like, they literally will come and nurse on you, and then, you know, you be like, okay, cool. And then they'll come back, like, literally like 5 minutes later. And you like, then another fact, I literally just, it's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. And cluster feeding happens within 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. So that's when they'll cluster feed. And I will pause the video right now so I can show you the tips and to know when they start cluster feeding, just so you can get an idea. So pause the video right now and look at this. Okay, so now you read the tips. So now you can get a feel of, okay, I know when they're cluster feeding, I know what this looks like, just so you know, like, okay, like maybe they're gonna start. So but cluster feeding doesn't last, for a long time. I would say it lasts for a few days. It lasts for, I'm just gonna say a few days. I'm just gonna say a few days. It lasts for a few days, and it's very tiring. But it's not the end all. You're gonna get through it. You're doing fine. And a good thing about cluster feeding, even though it makes you super exhausting and you're not gonna enjoy the time, the good thing about cluster feeding is it builds your milk supply. So that's the freaking great thing about it, because once they get done cluster feeding, your body's like, okay, it's time to work, because your milk worked on a supply and demand. So it's like when baby is on you, it's like, okay, that's what baby needs. And then, because usually it's like maybe 2 out of every 2 hours or whatever. So baby gets on you, that hour, feeds on you, get off, and then the next 2 hours. But once they cluster feeding, they're cluster feeding like, okay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So it's like, okay, your body's like, okay, baby needs milk. It's time to work. So even if you're breastfeeding, because I breastfed and then I had the Hawker. So if baby was breastfeeding on this side, I had the Hawker over here. So say if we got done with that cluster feed, I literally have like that. I'll have like maybe like 1 ounce or whatever. I just collect milk, So it just helped me build up my supply. So that little, that side right there by baby's cluster feeding, I got a little stock, not too much, but a little stocked up right there, since baby, is building my supply. So if baby's on one side, make sure you collect on the other side. And that's another point I wanted to get to, the Hawker. Make sure you have like a Hawker. You can find this on Amazon. I can put a link up for that. But the Hawker is super good, because when I first started out, I did not want to pump, because I was just like nervous, like, oh my God, I don't want to make too much milk for the baby or whatever, blah, blah. So I used the Hawker, and it was this right here saved my life. And it's honestly still saving my life, because you put this boy on, collect the milk when baby's over here, because this boob just gonna start dripping, just out of nowhere. It's gonna start dripping. Just gonna start dripping. You like, I don't want to lose the milk. So by having like a Hawker, or they have other things like a little drip cup that you can get, but the Hawker is awesome. No, I'm not getting paid by Hawker. Hey Hawker. But you literally put the Hawker here and just collect your milk. It creates a natural suction. So when you squeeze in like that, it gets your boob right in there, and then the milk, this gravity just kind of brings the milk out. And I felt better doing this versus the pump, because I just didn't want to start off pumping right off. I didn't start pumping until baby was like 3 months. So this was my best friend. Next point, since we already got the Hawker. Next point, we use the Hawker right after I got done nursing. So if baby was on this side, like I said, I would go back on this side after baby was done and try to pull milk out or whatever. And that actually kind of helped with my milk supply too, because I was still, trying to pull milk out and kind of tricking my body into being like, okay, baby needs more milk. So like I said, milk is basically on a supply and demand. When baby's on, it tells the body, make milk. And how often the baby's on, it tells the body, okay, I need more milk. So if you are using this and, it tells your body, let's make more milk. Baby, you see she's knocking my camera at this point. But supply and demand. But just say, for instance, baby takes 1 ounce. So when baby's on you, baby gets out 1 ounce of milk. So it tells your body, okay, I need to make 1 ounce of milk. Now, say baby's older and needs 3 or 4 ounces. When baby is on you, baby gets out 3 or 4 ounces of milk. So after that, it tells your body that, okay, I need to make more milk. So by baby being on you, by you nursing on demand, it helps your body build milk. So when the baby is actually doing the cluster feed, it builds your supply as well. So cluster feeding is still good. I mean, it's exhausting, but it's still good. But it helps your body make more milk, supply and demand. So if you don't empty your breast out, then your body's like, okay, she doesn't need this milk anymore, so we're going to stop making it. What's wrong, baby? You okay? Huh? You okay, baby? So if you're not emptying your breast out, then it tells your body like, okay, she doesn't need this milk, so we're not gonna make this milk anymore. But as long as you are breastfeeding on demand, your body's gonna make milk. Your body's gonna make milk, and then sometimes people pump while breastfeeding so they can get more milk and stash up. But as long as you are getting that milk out, your body's gonna make it. So it's just like I said, supply and demand. So that's how supply and demand works. The next point is taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is super, super important. You need to know that taking care of yourself is important, because if it's not you, there's no baby. So you have to make sure you do everything that you can to take care of yourself. For example, showers. Showers are going to be your best friend. The reason why showers are going to be your best friend is because when you get in the shower, you're just able to just let all that milk just run out, just come out. I'm telling you, this is how you're going to be in the shower. You're going to be like, oh my God, like I just feel so good. Especially when you get out the hospital, you just kind of be like, I don't know, your body just be kind of like, tense. So you're just like, when you're in the shower, you're just like, like you can just breathe, you're by yourself, you're able to clean yourself and stuff like that. So the hot water from the shower, it kind of just relieves, the milk. Hot compressions just basically kind of relieves most of the milk out, but the shower is just like, whew, this is good. Another thing the shower is good for is sweating. So I did not know that you sweat really bad. Like, ooh. I sweated really, really bad. Like when I was breastfeeding, like, man, like I would just be like, oh my God, I'm literally waking up wet. Like I'm waking up, my arms, my back, all that's wet. And then I'm waking up and my titties wet. Like, bro, I'm just wet everywhere. So the shower. The shower is going to be your best friend. So make sure you guys love the shower. If you can be like, hey, tell your partner, whoever, your mom, sister, brother, whoever, hey, watch the baby while I hop in the shower. Like, it's gonna be so much better. It's gonna make it easier for you to breastfeed, because you can't breastfeed while you're engorged, and that's just when your boobs are like super, super filled. So you can't breastfeed while they're engorged, because it's just a whole different story. So the shower is a good thing to take care of yourself. I don't want to say this, but rest. It's not possible. Everybody be like, you sleep when the baby sleep. Make sure you sleep when the baby sleep. First of all, I can't sleep when the baby sleep, bro, because I just can't. I don't know. I can't. My emotions are everywhere. Like, I just can't sleep. So stop telling me to sleep when the baby sleep, because I can't sleep. So leave me alone. But make sure you sleep. You have to sleep. Whatever. Get in where you fit in. That's what I'm going to say. Get in where you fit in. If your baby go to sleep, try to go to sleep. But it's just harder to go to sleep when the baby sleep, because it's like, okay, I want to do 10 million things, but you have to sleep. The reasons why you have to sleep is because rest helps your supply. If you don't rest, you're not able to make milk. So you have to go to sleep. You just have to. You have to. Just, I don't know. Just go to sleep. You cooking food, just go to sleep. Burn the food, just go to sleep. Another way to take care of yourself is make sure you are hydrated. You have to be hydrated. Hydrated. I know it's a bunch of things out about, drink this and, Under Armour, blah, 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 whatever. The best thing to get your milk supply going is water. It's water. I'm sorry. Like, it's literally water. And I don't even like water. But I'm going to go ahead and link my circuit bottle video. That's what literally makes it easier for me to drink water. But you literally have to drink water because that's the way. It's the way. You can drink whatever you want to drink, but water. Another thing that I drink is coconut water. Coconut water literally saved my life because, like I said, I'm not a fan of water. But coconut water, it replenishes all your electrolytes. Make sure it's 100% coconut water. That will save your life. You can get it. You can even get it with pineapple in there. Super good. Make sure you're eating. Better said than done. When I first got out of the hospital, was not eating at all. Wasn't eating anything. Nope. Didn't want an appetite curves. I don't know what it was. I just wasn't eating. But when I actually went to my appointment, my doctor's like, well, my midwife's like, oh, you know, just eat whatever you know, I don't care what it is. Just eat. Pick up a granola bar, eat it. Eat whatever you can get your hands on, just eat it. After she told me that, it was just like literally like a weight off my shoulder. And it's just like, I would eat, like I would grab a Rice Krispie treat or whatever and just, you know, eat it. And then my appetite slowly came back. I don't know what it was, but it slowly came back. And another thing, I think it was just maybe like one of those stereotypes or whatever, myths where it's like, oh my God, you have to eat so healthy when you're breastfeeding. Listen to me. Look at me. Eat whatever you want to eat. Like literally eat whatever you want to eat. Like do not put any restrictions on what you eat. Eat whatever you want to eat because eating is important. Like I literally, even if I wasn't breastfeeding, I literally can't see myself getting full off of lettuce. Like I could never get full off of lettuce. So power to the people that can, but I can't. So eat whatever you can because if you have that myth on your head like I did, you're going to starve. So eat whatever you can get your hands on. I would say just you can try to implement some stuff. Make sure you're getting your protein. Or is that salmon? It did me wonders. Salmon did me wonders. And salmon is really, really good for you. It has that fatty in there, the omega-3. So just eat anything you can get your hands on. That's just super important. So support. I hope everybody has support. Support is super important when you have a baby because it helps you get through everything that you need to get through. But support is super, super helpful because it just kind of, you know, sometimes take the load off that you don't even know that you're carrying. Like sometimes I didn't even know I was tired until Jarvis was like, go upstairs and just, you know, lay down. And it's kind of hard. Like when you first get out, it's kind of hard to lay down, you know, because you're just like, ooh. But it definitely helped. Like they take off a load that you didn't know you had. So I really, really hope everybody has support. Because it's hard when you don't, because it's just me and Jarvis. Like, yeah, it's me and Jarvis. Like my people are just like, they're far away. So 9 times out of 10 it's just me and Jarvis. So I hope everybody has that support because it's super, super important. And then if you can join like a breastfeeding group, like, I don't know, on Facebook or whatever. I know everybody's know the app, you know, what to expect. Join that app. They have moms always asking questions and things like that. 9 times out of 10, they're going to ask a question that you want to ask, like, oh, you know, how do I get my supply up? How do I do this? So just join, I would say join a breastfeeding group because it's easier when you have people around you that are breastfeeding or, you know, talk about the same thing. Because it's definitely hard when you're talking to people that don't breastfeed or not really interested or whatever, because sometimes they're very, very discouraging. Like I've definitely been around people that are very discouraging, like you breastfeeding and you're not gonna be able to go nowhere and blah, blah, blah. First of all, shut up, because you do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do. So make sure you guys stay around people that are encouraging and just join a breastfeeding group, because it just helps when you have people around you that are doing the same thing and believe why you started to breastfeed. So that's super important to make sure you have support. So the next point is a tip. It's just a tip. breastfeeding is good for like rashes and the baby's skin. I literally was putting on, I was putting breast milk on everything. Like I literally was putting breast milk on her. She was really bad at scratching herself. Like I don't know why, but she literally like was just every night just scratching herself. And I kid you not, I would put breast milk like just right on her scratch and it was literally gone in a day. Like I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. It really worked. Like, oh my God, it really, really worked. Like I'm like, oh my God. Or instead if she had like a little breakout, I was rubbing breast milk all over her face. Like, I'm like, we're not having it. We're not having it. Like, we're not doing that. So breast milk is super good for, you know, just putting it on moisturizing their body. I even heard people put it on their hair, like when they have crater cap. I haven't tried that, but I used it. I used it for everything. She had a breakout, a cut, whatever, something that I don't like on her skin. Let me rub that right on you. So it's good for that. Staying safe. Right now we're in a trying time, which is, yeah, coronavirus. Whew, man. So it's super, super hard to stay safe just because it's like, it's hard to trust anybody in this environment because it's just like everywhere. You can't even do anything. So my tips on just staying safe, you know, if you do have people come over, just number one, make sure they wash their hands. And I would say, do not let them kiss your baby. I know it's gonna be freaking hard. I know. Don't even say nothing. I know it's gonna be hard because they can be like, oh my God, I want to kiss the baby. I want to do this. But no, because this stuff is passed through saliva and we don't even gotta mention coronavirus. There's other stuff out there to get passed through saliva, like, you know, herpes and, you know, colds, regular cold. Don't let nobody kiss your baby. I'm telling you. Don't let them do it. And one, they shouldn't be kissing the baby anyway because the baby's skin is so freaking gentle and so freaking soft. You're going to break the baby out. So just don't do that. It's just not safe, especially when you're breastfeeding. Someone kissing on your baby, if they're sick, it can get you sick because you're breastfeeding. Just because that contact that you have, just don't do it. Just stay safe. Make sure people are washing their hands. Make sure if they're sick, you can't come over here. Make sure you're cleaning Lysol, washing your own hands, practicing social distancing. You just got to be extra cautious because it's really hard because at this point it's just really coming inevitable for certain things. But just keep your baby safe as much as you can, which I know you're going to do, but do your due diligence to keep your baby safe. Another point is, I learned this tip. I don't even know how I learned this tip. I think I was going back to my old ways. So when I tell you, I think it was like one day I was just like sitting down and I literally just like took my bra off and wasn't wearing it for like a whole day. I'm like, I ain't wearing my bra for the whole day because I ain't never really wore bras anyway. So I took my bra off and it was like a lot of circulation. Like that created so much circulation and like milk was just like flowing out. I'm like, bro, I should have did this in the first. Like, let me take this freaking bra off. Like, bro, take your bras off because you don't need it. It literally look at my shirt. It literally promotes circulation. Like, sometimes you don't need a bra. Like, don't wear a bra because they need to hang. It's so much milk in there. They need to hang. You need to let it out. Just let them suckers hang. They need to hang. Let them boys hang on the floor. It's fine. It's totally fine. Baby's going to get the milk out and they're going to, come back up, whatever. Circulation is very important with boosting your supply as well. Another tip I would say is supplements. I've definitely tried supplements. I tried many different supplements. I've tried Milky Mama. I've tried Under Armour. No, not Under Armour. Sorry, that's the clothes, not Under Armour. Body Armor. That's what it is. I tried Body Armor. whatever, I can't even remember. But I've tried, oh, the little tea, the mother's tea. I've tried that tea too. What I would say about the tea, can't really give you a definite answer on that, just because I didn't finish drinking it because it tastes like licorice, and I don't like the taste of licorice, so I didn't try it. But I know people have drank the tea and they said that it increased their milk supply. With Milky Mama, the one that makes the cookies and the brownies and the the drops and the punch, I've tried that too. I really don't have a set one on that one as well. The brownies, I did not enjoy the brownies. Excuse me, their punch that they made, their punch is pretty good. I'll drink their punch again. Then they have like droplets. That droplet, it tastes like licorice as well, but I didn't mind it because you're supposed to put it under your tongue. You know, once you put something on your tongue, it dissolves really fast. So the drops, they're okay. I didn't see a big difference or anything like that, but the drops are okay. The cookies are pretty good, but I like my cookies hot. No shade against the cookies or whatever, but I just like hot cookies fresh out the oven. But I've definitely seen people supply go from 0 to 1 using Milky Mama. So no shade to Milky Mama. It's just everybody's body is different. So what supplement may work for you may work for the other person or may not work for the other person. So it just all depends. So I would say if you're going to try a supplement, just do your research and then just honestly just try. I mean, at this point with my supplements, I'm like, I don't have anything to lose. And that's why I tried so many supplements. I'm like, I really don't have anything to lose. Like, I'm not making milk right now, so I might as well try it. I don't have anything to lose. So just try the supplement, see what works best for you, because everybody's body is different. Like some people's just like, oh my God, it helps so much. And then somebody's like, no, that's trash. So it just depends on your body and what works for you. But the main key is to stay hydrated and eat. But it's like I said, it's better said than done. The tip that I have is massages. Massages will definitely help, and your partner gonna love giving you massages. So massages help too. Back massages help. Boob massages help. That's one gonna be like literally the main thing to do is like boob massage. And I'm not gonna boob massage myself right here because I don't want them to take my video down. But but just say this is your boob and you just kind of work the milk down. Just, you know, kind of working it. It's kind of weird to do it on my hand, but you kind of like working the milk on down, on down, on down. And then the reason why I say back massages help, bro, one thing they didn't tell me is milk be in my back. Like, why is this milk in my back? And then like in my armpit, like I'm just like, I got a lump right here in my freaking armpit. Like, oh my God. So you have to like, you know, sit there and just you get back up there. Like you literally have to massage. So your partner can definitely help you massage your back and massage those areas that you need to get your milk down. But massage is definitely gonna help, especially when you have clogged ducts. And I would definitely put down what clogged ducts is. Clogged ducts is, man, something. Clogged ducts hurt. And that's probably one of the reasons why people quit too, because it's like, oh my God, like, you know, this ain't supposed to be like this. But clogged ducts, it definitely happens. Like it literally happens. Sometimes I still get clogged ducts just because I'm lazy and I don't feel like I be trying to go to sleep at night. So that's kind of why I get clogged ducts. But there's ways to get it out. Hot showers to get it out. Hot compressed. I will put this heating pad that I use. It's by Freedom Mom. Put this heating pad up that I use, and you literally just click it and then just put it right there. And then, you know, it helps, you know, get those ducts out. So hot compressions definitely help. Showers help. Massages help get those clogged ducts out. And honestly, the best thing is just to, if you're breastfeeding, let the baby get it out. The baby is the best thing to get that clogged duct out. Like, now I'm pumping right now, But sometimes I'm just like, I wish you would get this duck. I wish you would just get the milk out, because that's the only thing that's gonna relieve your pain is you getting that milk out. And I'm pumping right now, so I have to just use the pump to get it out. But the baby get that duck out like that. The pump, you have to sit there. Like, I have to have the pump on there. I have it on for 10 minutes, and then if it don't go, I have to just turn it up like, this hurts so bad. But the number one thing to help you avoid clogged ducts is just make sure you're removing that milk. If you're removing that milk like you should, which when you're breastfeeding, baby's gonna get that milk out. If you're removing it like you should, then you should avoid clogged ducts. But there are ways to get them out. It's not the end all. Yes, they're painful. They literally feel like little rocks or big little pebbles that kind of move. They move around. Like, I had it all up here, down here. They're gonna be like, bro, she just feeling on herself in this video. But no, I'm not. I'm trying to tell y'all. They literally like move around, and you have to massage them, massage them down, massage them out, or pump them out, or let baby get them out, because they're super, super painful. So just make sure you're getting that milk out. If you gave birth naturally, your milk will come in between 2 to 3 days, and milk will still be there, but it's called colostrum. So that will be happening, but it usually takes 2 to 3 days. When you have a cesarean, it takes a few days for your milk to come in, and that's why they encourage you to start pumping when you have a cesarean, just to get your milk down. And then another thing I will say, if you are having a hard time as far as like milk, or you're looking at your milk, say if you're worried about, oh, is baby getting enough milk? Because that's definitely something that runs through your head, is baby getting enough milk? If baby is putting out enough wet diapers, if baby is satisfied and they're not giving you any more hunger cues after they're nursing, baby is getting enough milk. Literally, do not stress yourself out about baby getting enough milk, because it will literally drive you crazy. They throwing out them wet diapers, they're good. I'm telling you, they're good. They're happy. They're getting enough milk. And don't base it off of, okay, baby is nursing a lot, because sometimes baby nurses for comfort as well. So don't beat yourself up about that, because it's like, baby just loves you, and sometimes they just want to be on you, or they're cluster feeding. So it can be either of those two. So don't base it off there. If you're pumping, don't look at the pump. Don't look at it. Don't look at it, because baby's stomach is really, really small. So there's actually like a little picture. I can see if I can find a picture, and it shows you the size of baby's stomach through the days and the weeks. So if their stomach is this small, how many times would you eat? Like, how long would it take you to empty your stomach out? So their stomach is really, really small. So if they're feeding or whatever, and they're back on, you can be like, oh my God, like, maybe they're not getting enough. Their stomach is just really small. So their stomach get empty faster than ours. So don't beat yourself up. You're going to be fine. We're going to get through it. There's ways to get more milk, is ways to increase your milk supply. There are ways. Do not give up. I don't want anybody to give up breastfeeding. There is a way. And if you're feeling like, you're giving up, or you're not enjoying this experience, then go to lactation, as I discussed. Go to lactation, and then do your research. Heck, write me. I will write you back, because I don't want anybody to give up breastfeeding. I didn't give up breastfeeding. I literally had surgery on my hand, and I couldn't use my hand, but I was not going to let anything stop me from breastfeeding. And then if you're wondering why I stopped breastfeeding, I had to stop, unfortunately, because baby was tongue-tied, so we had issues with that. And if you want to hear the story on our tongue-tied journey, I definitely will make a video about that if you would like to hear about that. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I hope your breastfeeding journey goes well. If you need more videos or want more information, just put it down in the comments, and I will make a video, because we need knowledge. Knowledge is power. One of the main reasons people stop breastfeeding is because they don't have the knowledge. They feel like they don't know what they're doing. They don't have the support that they need to breastfeed. But once you get that knowledge, you're going to be empowered, and we're going to get through. We're going to do this together. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.